Ladies and gentlemen, this is a huge story that's developing every day. We get new information, and yes, something's going to happen, and things are happening. This is actually more important, infinitely more important than even the Durham probe was, which was, I know, a letdown for a lot of people. But this won't be a letdown. You're going to get impeachment within the next couple of months, less than a year. They'll go into 24 either starting impeachment or having impeached Biden, or Biden resigning before giving the benefit, the political benefit to Republicans of an impeachment. So Democrats might not even want Biden's laundry and endless corruption to be discussed or addressed on a national stage. So that's one possibility, a resignation before impeachment. But here, Hunter Biden Alcoa email promising oligarch info raises fresh concerns about Joe's access. Here you have the New York Post. This is just about an hour ago or so, and I'll be doing segments and videos on this tomorrow morning. This is this is the New York Post. They're at the forefront of this. And Twitter executives, by the way, are testifying before Congress on how the New York Post, why they were suspended. We know from the Twitter files exactly why they were suspended. Government agencies, the Democratic Party, and Twitter officials worked together to break First Amendment laws. You don't see that the other way around. You don't see the Times or the Washington Post or the Atlantic suspended by the New York Post. You don't see those things. You don't see a Steele dossier written and utilized by government agencies against Biden, okay? You don't need a dossier. You have Hunter's emails. But anyway, Washington, a Hunter email sent to an American aluminum company and promising information on oligarchs from you-know-which country is raising fresh concerns about the first son's access to classified documents recently discovered in his father's Wilmington, Delaware home, as lawmakers prepare to investigate allegations of influence peddling. Okay, documents dating back to 2011, when the senator had no ability to declassify. That's another issue. On his notorious laptop showed Hunter offered to sell intelligence on oligarchs from that company to U.S. aluminum firm Alcoa for $55,000. Wow. So there's an example where he's rewriting or summarizing classified data, to enrich himself. So here's how it goes for people who don't understand, or on the left, the wonderful, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats, and God bless you, left, right, center, Democrat, Republican, it's all good. I'm voting for Trump because I want a better economy and a better foreign policy, not 90 seconds to midnight, okay? They thought Trump would be the end of the world, but the adults are in charge, and now we're actually closer to that, the apocalypse. But anyway, we weren't 90 seconds to midnight with Trump. Okay. But anyway, here's how it works. So for the, for the people out there say, oh, you can't prove anything. You don't have to prove anything right now. You have enough evidence to indict and prosecute. You have a money flow of $55,000. So you go to the aluminum company and then you say, look, Hunter says he has information on, oligarchs in that same business, the metals industry, aluminum, and it's like basically an industry report that there are research firms, okay, the public relations firms, polling in the polling industry does this all the time. They sell packets of information or a whole bunch of research for a price. So all Hunter did was read the intel from Biden's time as Secretary of State. That's another corrupt scandal. From Biden's time as Senator. Read it, summarize it, obviously rewrite it. Okay, so you're not wording it, you're not putting the classified, heading and, actually just taking a photocopy of it, just reword, summarize it, copy and paste whatever you want in a different manner, with different words, and then say, okay, well, here's the research that nobody's going to give you. Okay? These people doing business know that Hunter has access to Joe's information. They're not stupid also. One of the most hilarious and pathetic aspects of all of this is the people who don't realize that the corporations giving money to Hunter are also very intelligent. They know that they're going to get what they pay for. They're not stupid. But here, Hunter also offered a company a list of elites of similar rank in the country that, the Kremlin. Okay, networks based on frequency of interaction with selected elites and countries. So, recent revelations had access to Delaware home with the classified data. So, here you have a situation where Hunter offered to sell related information on an oligarch that was supposed to have been linked to Trump, of course. Now we're finding out that, and James Comer's all over this, now we're finding out that it's Democrats that, of course, had the link, not Trump. And we had a Federal Bureau of Investigation agent indicted on a link with this same oligarch. Hit subscribe to this channel, 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every single morning. And to the morning crew, to people who watch my videos at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., thank you so very much. And I just can't thank you enough. Your support is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Also, become a member to my Patreons. Thank you to my new Patreons. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much. And the super thanks. Become a member and go to hagoodman.com to read my writing in The Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, the Jerusalem Post, the Federalist, and other publications. So the scandal, the controversy with Hunter and Joe, it's very interesting because what's taking place is the following. They're selling access, not in the way that Aldrich Ames or Robert Hansen or John Anthony Walker sold access. What they did is the definition of treason. They would take classified data with the markings and sell the data. So sell to the Soviets. And the Soviets would then pay money. And so that is a treasonous type of thing, okay? You're selling, if you're just taking classified data and selling it to the Soviets or to an adversary, you're committing that act. If you're doing what perhaps Bill and Hillary or Joe and Hunter or Hunter or people around them, not just Hunter, other people around Joe, or maybe Joe himself too. If you're doing a different type of transaction where you are reading the classified data, rewording it, summarizing it, and one of my amazing viewers said Cliff Notes. It's basically the Cliff Notes version, and you're tailoring it for a specific industry. Does the intel community, does the Federal Bureau of Investigation, are they initially going to go after you? Well, not if you're a top Democrat, apparently. If Trump was doing this, if Trump was saying, I have amazing intel, oh my God, we're going to build a hotel, we're going to realize from the intel that this hotel will be amazing. Oh my God, he would have been indicted already. See, if Trump did what Hunter or Joe or Hillary or Bill or others with private servers transferring top secret intel onto them, he would have already been indicted. If Trump did what Democrats did, he already would have been indicted. That's the difference here. That's the difference. And with Democrats, it's always, you can't prove. Well, you definitely, if you have less information on Trump. See, the entire political establishment had suspicion and doubt and acted in the most apoplectic and hysterical manner. The reality is he did not do what Hunter or Joe or Hillary or Bill or others did. Trump. Okay? He would have been indicted and prosecuted and sent to prison. But see, again, that's changing right now. You're going to see an impeachment and you will see indictments This is a huge, huge story, ladies and gentlemen. Give me your thoughts below. Be here tomorrow at 8